Welcome back to USA Coin Spot. You won't believe how much these old American pennies are selling for. Some rare wheat and bicentennial cents are worth more than your car. Top 1. Have you ever gone through an old coin jar, a shoebox from your grandparents, or a dusty family heirloom and wondered, could there be something valuable in here? What if I told you that one little penny, a coin you could easily overlook, might be worth more than your car, more than your college tuition, and possibly even more than your home? That's no exaggeration. Today, we're diving into one of the most valuable coins you'll ever hear about. One that's been shocking collectors, setting record prices, and making headlines across the country. The coin in question is the 1940 Lincoln Wheat Penny, but not the kind you find in regular circulation. No, we're talking about a rare, limited edition proof version of this penny that came directly from a 1940 United States mint proof set. This specific coin, if it's the right one and in the right condition, can be worth between $127,000 and $165,000. Yes, a 1 cent coin, over $165,000. Let that sink in. Yes. Oh, how can something so small be so valuable? Why is this particular version of the 1940 penny in such high demand? And most importantly, how do you know if you might have one? Keep watching because the answers might surprise you. Let's start with the basics, just so we're all on the same page. The Lincoln Wheat Penny is one of the most recognizable coins in American history. Minted from 1909 to 1958, it features the iconic image of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, or front side, and a pair of wheat stalks on the reverse, hence the name Wheat Penny. In 1940, more than 500 million of these pennies were struck for circulation at the Philadelphia Mint. That's why most people assume the 1940 Wheat Penny is common. And they're right, most versions are, but that's not the whole story. In addition to the regular circulation strike, the U.S. Mint also produced a very limited run of proof sets in 1940. Coins made specifically for collectors, using a special high-pressure striking process that creates coins with dazzling mirror-like surfaces and sharper detail. Only 15,872 proof sets were made that year. That includes proof nickels, dimes, quarters, half dollars, and of course, the penny. These proof coins were never intended to be used in everyday transactions. They were made in small quantities, handled with extreme care, and sold only to collectors through mail order or direct request to the Mint. And that's where the value begins. Because while millions of regular 1940 pennies exist, only a tiny fraction of the original proof coins are still around today, and even fewer have survived in pristine, untouched condition. Now here's the exciting part. Collectors aren't just interested in any proof coin. They're looking for the very best. Coins that have been professionally graded by top-tier services like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company, and awarded ultra-high grades like PR67 Red or PR68 Red. These grades refer to the proof status and the color of the coin. Red means the coin still has its full original copper luster. It hasn't toned or turned brown over time. Combine that with a high numerical grade, and you've got a coin that's in nearly perfect condition, even after more than 80 years. When one of these rare, top-graded 1940 proof pennies hits the market, the bidding wars begin. Collectors with deep pockets know exactly what they're looking at. They understand the scarcity. They know how hard it is to find a flawless proof from 1940. And they're willing to pay top dollar to S.O. Just how top is top? Let's be clear. We're not talking about a few $100s, not a few thousand, not even 10,000. A 1940 Lincoln Wheat Penny from a proof set, in pristine condition, has sold for $127,000. And in some cases, prices have pushed even higher, reaching up to $165,000 at major auctions. Imagine that. A coin smaller than a quarter, worth more than most new luxury vehicles, worth more than a year's salary, worth enough to dramatically change your financial future. And it's out there, somewhere, possibly in someone's collection, possibly in someone's drawer, possibly even in your own home. Now here's the part you've been waiting for: how to spot one of these rare treasures. First, look at the finish. Proof coins are easy to recognize once you know what to look for. The surface of the coin should be mirror-like and extremely reflective, almost like a polished glass surface. The raised parts of the coin, like Lincoln's portrait, should have a frosted appearance that contrasts with the shiny background. This is what collectors call a cameo effect. It's one of the telltale signs that you're looking at a genuine proof coin. Also, keep in mind that Philadelphia mint coins from 1940 did not have a mint mark. So if there's no letter under the date, that's normal. Proofs from that year won't have a P either, but the quality is what makes the difference. Look closely at the strike. Proof coins have sharper edges, finer detail, and an overall cleaner look than regular business strikes. Still not sure? Then don't guess. Get it graded. If you believe you have a 1940 proof penny, send it to PCGS or NGC. They will examine it under microscopes, compare it to known examples, and assign an official grade and label that will define its value on the open market. And here's the critical tip. Never clean your coin. Never polish it. Never try to improve its appearance. Cleaning a coin, even lightly, can reduce its value by thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars if you do have the real thing, and it gets certified in top-grade condition. You might be holding one of the most valuable Lincoln pennies ever made. So, where do you go from here? Start by checking your collection. Ask your relatives if they have any old proof sets from the 1940s. Search estate sales. Visit antique shops. You'd be amazed how many rare coins are hiding in plain sight, misidentified, mispriced, or forgotten. Collectors across the United States are on the hunt for coins like this every day. But not everyone knows what to look for. And that's why knowledge is power. Now you know what's possible. The 1940 Lincoln Wheat Penny, from a proof set in pristine condition, has been valued between $127,000 and $165,000. That's not hype. That's real auction history. That's real value. And that's your reason to start digging. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe for more deep dives into rare and valuable coins. There are treasures out there, and sometimes the smallest coin can carry the biggest reward. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting. Top 2. Imagine finding a penny that could buy you a brand new car, pay off your credit card bills, or even fund a luxury vacation. And not just any penny, but one from a U.S. mint proof set you might already have sitting at home. That's right. Today, we're talking about the 2009 Lincoln bicentennial penny and how some of these coins, especially the actual proof versions, are turning heads in the coin collecting world. Collectors are shelling out serious cash, and some of these proof coins have reached jaw-dropping prices that stay locked in. Because this isn't pocket change we're talking about. This is life-changing money. Let's get straight into it. In 2009, the United States Mint released 4 special Lincoln pennies to honor the 200th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. These weren't just any pennies. These were historic, symbolic, and beautifully designed, each one telling a different story from Lincoln's legendary life. There was the log cabin penny showing his birth and early childhood in Kentucky. The rail splitter penny showing his formative years in Indiana. The lawyer penny capturing his professional life in Illinois. And the presidency penny, representing his time in Washington, D.C. But while these circulated in billions across the country, the real treasures were quietly hiding in proof sets sold directly by the U.S. Mint. That's where things get serious. If you bought or inherited a 2009 U.S. Mint proof set, you may have in your hands one of the most sought-after modern coins today. These coins weren't made for circulation. They were struck with extra care, using polished dies and specially treated planchets to give them that mirror-like finish and laser-sharp detail. And these proof versions, marked with the coveted mint mark, are where collectors are throwing down big dollars. Now, let's talk about value. What makes a 2009 proof penny so valuable? It comes down to condition and rarity. Coins that are graded as PR69 or PR70 deep cameo, that's near perfect or absolutely perfect, are what buyers are hunting for. And here's the kicker. When you add in rare mint errors like double dies, die cracks, or struck through grease, the value jumps fast. Some examples of these error-proof coins have sold for well over $37,000 and up to a jaw-dropping $55,000. Yes, a single penny from a proof set could bring you more than an entire year's salary. Let that sink in. These aren't theories. These are real auction results, real certified coins, and real cash changing hands. All because someone had a sharp eye and sent their proof penny in for grading S. Oh, how do you check if your coin could be worth thousands? Step 1. Find your 2009 U.S. Mint proof set. Look for the original packaging, the certificate of authenticity, and inspect the Lincoln cents. They should have a deep, glossy mirror background with frosted images and the letter S just below the date that stand for San Francisco, where the proof coins were struck. Step 2. Inspect each coin under strong lighting or magnification. Look for unusual features, doubled letters, extra lines on Lincoln's hands or beard, strange shadows, anything off-center. These might be error coins. Step 3. If your coin looks flawless or you suspect an error, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll certify its authenticity and condition. And if your coin grades at the top or has an error, it could become a gold mine. Collectors from coast to coast, from New York to Los Angeles, are searching for these proof Lincoln cents right now. Online marketplaces, auction houses, coin shows, everyone wants in on the 2009 Lincoln penny craze. And you don't want to miss your shot, because believe it or not, that little copper penny from your dad's old drawer, or that forgotten proof set you bought years ago, could now be worth between $37,000 and $55,000 SO before you spend that penny. Take a closer look. That 1-cent coin could be your one big chance that if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more coin collecting news and rare money finds, and drop a comment if you've checked your proof sets. Who knows, maybe someone watching this video is sitting on a $50,000 penny right now. Thanks for watching, and as always, keep checking your change, your proof sets, and those dusty drawers, because treasure is everywhere. Top 3. You might want to grab your coin collection, because hiding inside a forgotten proof set from 1959 could be a penny, just 1 cent. That's secretly worth more than a brand new luxury SUV. We're talking about the legendary 1959 Lincoln penny, not from circulation, not from pocket change, but from the official U.S. mint proof set. And what's happening with this coin right now is shocking even seasoned collectors. Some of these coins, yes, the actual proof versions have been verified, graded, and sold for mind-blowing amounts. I'm talking up to $65,000 for a single coin. Yes, one single penny. Now let's dig into why this coin is so special, and how to know if you've got one sitting in your drawer, your attic, or in that old box of inherited collectibles. First, a quick rewind. In 1959, the United States Mint made a massive change to the penny. After 50 years of the wheat-back design, the reverse of the Lincoln cent was updated to feature the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. That's right. The 1959 penny marked the very first year of the Lincoln Memorial reverse, and it instantly became a historic coin. But here's where the gold mine begins. In that same year, the U.S. Mint released a limited number of 1959 proof sets, special collector versions with mirror-like finishes, struck in San Francisco and marked with precision. These weren't meant for circulation. They were made in small quantities for collectors who ordered them directly from the mint. And it's these proof coins, struck with immaculate care, deep mirror backgrounds, frosted designs, and absolute perfection, that are making headlines in the numismatic world. Collectors today are obsessively hunting down the 1959 Lincoln proof penny, especially those graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC as PR69 or the ultra-rare PR70. Near perfect or flawless. But here's the kicker. There are some examples of the 1959 proof Lincoln cent that include rare errors, and these are the real treasures. Some show double dies, die cracks, or even mysterious design anomalies that have yet to be fully explained. And when you combine proof quality with a documented mint error from 1959 in the very first year of the Memorial Reverse, the value absolutely explodes. You might be wondering, how valuable can one of these coins really be? Well, get ready for it. Certified 1959 Lincoln proof cents in pristine, perfect condition have sold at coin auctions for as much as $37,000, and even up to a staggering $65,000 depending on rarity, condition, and certification. And we're not talking about fantasy prices here. These are verified sales and real auction results that what should you do right now? Step 1. Go find a 1959 U.S. Mint proof set, or check that inherited coin collection you've been meaning to look at. Make sure the packaging is intact, and take out the penny. It should have a brilliant mirror finish with no signs of wear. That's your proof coin. Step 2. Check for errors. Even small details like doubling on the words Liberty or the date, or any strange lines, cracks, or missing features could mean you're holding a high-value rarity. Step 3. If it looks perfect or suspiciously different, send it in for grading. A coin certified at PR 69 or PR 70 deep cameo with a rare error is your ticket to serious money that we're not talking about pocket change. We're talking about a coin that could change your life. The kind of money that pays off debt, covers college tuition, or turns into a once-in-a-lifetime vacation. And to be crystal clear, a single 1959 Lincoln Proof penny has sold for as much as $37,000. And some examples have been valued at a jaw-dropping $65,000. Don't ignore those old proof sets. Don't overlook that shiny old penny in your coin folder. What looks like a simple cent might just be a silent jackpot. If you enjoyed this video, or if you're running to check your proof set right now, give this video a like, hit that subscribe button for more rare coin discoveries, and drop a comment if you think you might have one of these 1,959 treasures in your collection. Thanks for watching. And remember, what looks like a penny might just be your golden ticket. Top 4. What if I told you that a single penny from 1964, just one little cent, could be the biggest payday of your life? You might want to stop everything you're doing right now and check your old coin collection, because buried in someone's proof set or sitting inside a forgotten drawer, they're the 1964 Lincoln D penny that's sending shockwaves through the coin collecting community. And yes, this actual coin has been bought and sold for tens of thousands of dollars. We're talking serious money. Here, let's get straight into why this coin is making collectors across the United States go absolutely wild. The year 1964 is iconic in American coin history. It was the final year before major changes in U.S. coin composition. It was also a time when coin hoarding spiked and the mint ramped up production. But here's the twist. In 1964, the Denver Mint struck billions of Lincoln cents, but proof coins were never officially released from Denver. That's right. All known proof coins were minted in Philadelphia. So if you come across a 1964 D Lincoln penny with proof-like features, you might be looking at one of the most mysterious and rare strike errors in U.S. coinage history. Collectors and experts have long debated the existence of certain 1964 Lincoln D pennies with mirror-like finishes, deep cameo designs, and incredibly sharp details, traits you'd normally find only in a proof coin. Now, imagine having one of those coins. A Denver-minted Lincoln penny, dated 1964, with unmistakable proof-like quality that's not just rare. That's once-in-a-generation rare. And when rare meets demand, you already know what happens: sky-high prices. Coin grading giants like PCGS and NGC have certified a few of these oddities. Coins that look, feel, and test like proofs, but carry the Denver D Mint mark. And guess what? The few that have surfaced? They've created a gold rush in the numismatic world. Now here's a question that brought you here. How much is a 1964 D Lincoln penny from a possible proof-like strike or ultra-high grade worth? Hold on tight. Some of these coins, when verified by grading authorities and found in near-flawless condition, think MS68 red or proof-like strike with deep cameo surfaces, have commanded prices between $37,000 and a stunning $45,000. Yes, for a 1-cent piece. That looks ordinary to the untrained eye. And here's the thing. People are still discovering these coins in original proof-like sets, mispacked mint folders, and old family collections. One lucky find could turn your penny jar into a treasure chest. What should you do right now? Step 1. Check your collection. Look for 1964 Lincoln pennies with a D mint mark. If the surface shines like a mirror, if Lincoln's portrait looks frosty while the background is glassy, you could be holding something incredibly special. Step 2. Compare the strike. A sharp, detailed strike with no wear, no contact marks, and full detail on Lincoln's hair and the Lincoln Memorial? That's a potential winner. Step 3. Get it graded. Send it to PCGS or NGC. A certified grade is what separates a coin worth $1 from one worth $45,000. If you're sitting on one of these unicorn coins, you're not just holding history. You're holding a small fortune before you toss that 1964 D penny aside. Take a long, hard look. Because what looks like a plain old cent might be hiding a value of $37,000 to $45,000 in hype. No fiction, just pure, real-world coin collecting power. That if you enjoyed this video or you think you might have a 1964D mystery coin in your collection, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more rare coin alerts, and drop a comment below. Let us know what you've got. Maybe your coin is the next big discovery. Thanks for watching, and remember, in the world of coins, the smallest things bring the biggest surprises.